Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. Today, we're going to be trading live MU Micron. This was somebody that picked, I almost said his name. Somebody decided for us to trade this morning in our group. I have a pretty large group up here on Zoom, and we'll be going over this layout in the RV strategy, and then we'll be beginning to trade. Please remember, I am not a financial advisor. You should seek the advice of somebody you trust. This is an entertainment channel. It's teaching you, educating you different ways to trade stock with demonstration videos in an entertaining way. Well, we hope anyway. So please don't try to emulate this without speaking to somebody that's licensed, that you trust, and then always trade in a sim first, a simulator. Make sure it's working for you before you use real money. All right. So this is a 1-minute chart. This is the scalper's indicator. Daily chart minimized down here, the level 2. This is the active trader. This is a 15-minute chart. This is a 5-minute chart. This is the news, another 5-minute chart for SPY, then a 5-minute chart for this layout, then a 1 hour and a 4 hour. All these have a reason to be here, which I'll go over briefly in just a minute. Also on here, I have the volume profile set for intraday. You can kind of see the point of control on these little blue lines in here. This is pretty important. And now I'm going to tell you what are a little bit more detail. So there is a video that shows you how to set up that. Just type in volume profile. This is really important for professional scalpers. So that is available on Thinkorswim. This is a custom script that I scripted that I've made available for absolutely free on many episodes. The scalping indicator. This is sort of a must for professional scalpers. It's very popular now. So it's got green represents the buyers, red represents the sellers, and the blue is the volume, and then it has the sentiment within each candle at any given moment. Right here also has the last volume traded and the current volume trading. It's actually got quite a bit of volume this morning, which is great. And then down here we have a day chart that is minimized, and each one of these candlesticks represents a day. This is the ATR here, and this is another custom script that I've made available that actually shows you the trends when a stock is moving in a trend, and it gives you an alarm, like well, you can set your alarm for whatever you want. This has got a phone ring on it. But basically how you set up this strategy and what this big spaghetti mess is, you look at the close of the previous day, which is this candlestick right here. To the right of my picture, it says C, which is the close, 143.14, $143.14. So you make note of that, and then you go down to the ATR right here, which is the average true range of a stock over a 14-day period. If I go back over that candle, you'll see that it's $4.60. So you divide that $4.60 in half. That would give us $2.30. You subtract half of it from the low to get the ATR low, and you add half of it, not from the low, from the close, and then you add half of it to the close to get the ATR high. Now you've created your range. Typically you'll see many day candles like all these would be up here, but the Micron's been going straight up. One of the reasons people wanted to trade it today, although we are using the RV strategy, which I'm showing you how to lay out right now. And that strategy, by the way, is based on a best-selling book by the $1 Million Margin Club that was put out last year and kind of took the day traders by storm, because it was the first time you had a large cap scalping, a large cap range-bound strategy. We had to have a $25 billion minimum market cap, a $1 billion minimum float, and then an ATR typically over 5. This one's just a little bit below 5, average true range, remember. And there's a lot of other criteria the book lays out to pick your stocks, to set your scanners. But there hasn't really, mostly when you trade scalping, you're looking for mid cap, small cap, micro cap, and that's what you usually see when you watch YouTube channels. That's what everybody's doing. But the large cap is really where it's at these days, in my opinion, and a lot of other thousands and thousands of other people that trade this strategy that become millionaires and are doing so well. So you definitely want to check out that book, Day Trading Volume 1. That is about this strategy. I'll have a link to it, as well as a couple of their other books that teaches you about candlestick patterns, which are really important. And then other books by other authors, the Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, I'll have a link to. And then Best Loser Wins by Tom Hougaard. So those are the 5 books that I really recommend you get. But anyway, so that's how you get your ATR high and low for this strategy, for a lot of strategies, because you've basically made a center line, by cutting the entire ATR. So that's the entire $4.60. And that's what you should expect if it's not going straight up for this. It seems like it's pulling back today, where it should move. Now, this strategy starts exactly 30 minutes after the market opens, depending on where you are. We're on the East Coast, New York Stock Exchange in the United States. So that would be 10 a.m. for us, and we'll be starting to trade right around that time. If I see a pattern that looks good, I might start earlier, or I might go a little later, although I only trade for 30 minutes, so I try to keep that. I try to get going. But anyway, so that's a day chart. This is level 2, which we will watch. Remember, this is multiplied by 100, and there's 50 to 70% of this is hidden. And I did make a video recently about the dark pools now being put out by the major brokerage, Schwab. And I mean, it's kind of been there. They haven't been talking about, so I'm going to be talking about it a lot. I'm trading exclusively with their dark pools, and I pay a little bit more to do that, but I always get filled. So I'm going to be sharing be trading 1,000 shares right here, and I will get filled no matter what. It just won't always be the best price, but I take that into account. So this 15-minute chart is actually where we laid it out. Now, the way that the RV strategy works is after you create the range that you expect it to trade in between, now you want to get support and resistance lines within that range that can help you determine when to go in and out of trades. So you're looking at things like the scalping indicator and volume indicators. You're looking at the level 2. You're looking at multi-chart alignment, like, is this going up when this is going up, or is that 1 minute going down while the 5 minutes going overall going up? Things like that. 15-minute as well. But having support and resistance lines, or how they call it in the book, ceilings and floors, and they show you exactly how to trade those. But you can watch all the videos here and get that information for free if you don't want to buy the book. But also, if you should do the trading in the zone too. If you're going to buy only 2 books, those would be the 2. But anyway, how it lays it out is, to get these levels, you want to put them on a 4-hour chart primarily, which is going to give you a better idea. Now, this is historical data on 4 hours where these candlesticks stopped and their wicks stopped. So now these lines aren't on them because there isn't enough of them in this range for me to mark everybody and every wick. So then the book says, well, if there's not enough there, then go down to the 1-hour chart. Well, there wasn't really enough there either, because I'm trying to make like 25-cent channels, because your whole risk reward is based on the channel. So it's kind of important that you get that right. These are basically the same levels. They're just getting tweaked tighter and tighter as you go into the next range. So the next thing they say is go to 15 minutes and then 5 minutes. So it ended up that the 15-minute was like the perfect recipe for getting these multiple lines in here, because there just wasn't many to go on. As you can see, as you go back, since it's been going straight up, the 4-hour and the 1-hour weren't giving us enough. I didn't need to go down to the 5 minutes. So every wick, sometimes being a little subjective and moving them around, like, see that you don't see that picked up there because it's picked up over here. So I mean, but pretty much all of them are there. So some people would call that a spaghetti mess, but it isn't really when you go to trade on a 1 minute chart. It's gonna look something like that for you. So it is a little tight, but trust me, when you're trading, you're really happy to have these levels to think about. So that's primarily, that's basically how this whole strategy works. Oh, I left out the Fibonacci. So the other thing you do is you go to do, there's more to mark out. You do, on a 5-minute chart, a 10-day Fibonacci from low to high or high to low, whatever is left to right, and you're getting additional support and resistance lines. And then you do that again on a 2-day 5-minute, which is right here, and it's also low to high. And that's going to give us additional support and resistance. So now you have the ATR levels, you have 2 Fibonacci levels, and then you have the historical data where the price action has moved around, used on a 15-minute chart. So I'll be quarterbacking today, which is letting everybody know what I'm doing, but everybody is responsible for their own trades. And I'm getting ready to go to start now. See, I did put up the disclaimer, right? Yep, okay. I have Charlie over here. She's helping with the chat. I have a bunch of other people over that way trading. Not all of them are trading exactly what I'm trading here today. Just to give you an idea what's going on in the room here. This is a studio primarily to do this recording, but you know, people trade in here too, obviously. So I like calling it a studio. I feel so Hollywood. So I'm getting these ready to just kind of see it now that I've shown you how they were spread out. I mean, at a greater distance, I'm getting them ready to actually trade. So the 5 minutes actually showing that we have more of an upward move. So is the 15 minute. But right now, the 1 minute showing us they're going down. We just broke that fib. Wow. And now it's a strong move going down. So these are starting to turn around here on the 5 minute. The 15 minute has not yet. So it's important to not get lost with the tiny moves. Now, typically I'd be waiting another 5 minutes or so, guys, but I really like the look of this. So I'm thinking this as the volume dropped. I'm thinking of going long here, back off this fib. So if everybody's ready, I'm going to go in right there. So I'm in with my 1,000 shares trying to break this fib like it did a second ago. So let's see if we can get that. So here's my open on this trade. This will hopefully continue to go green as I trade here. Now I have a $1,000 max loss per trade. I'm not really sure how Micron's going to move today. I set it higher in case it was a little crazy, but it seems kind of slow. Although the volume was high, 54,000 last candle. So let's see. Now the volume profile says we're extended. The fib showed we were below it, right? What I was looking on is I'm trying to get prepared for the half hour after open and all the people that are going to try to ride the strategy up. And there's usually a burst of speed right then to go the direction that it had been going. So I'm not sure this little movement down was enough to call that out as a as a downward move. But I definitely took a chance here because it could have kept going here for sure. So it's always calling that first trade that's the most difficult and can go wrong. And if you've been watching a lot of the archive videos, you see that I do go wrong often. But I think I'm above a 50% being correct. So that much I'm pretty sure of. But yeah, sometimes it seems counterintuitive, to do this. Now, we did break off that level right there. And the other thing I look at a lot is when there's a huge gap, sometimes it'll drag it down. So had I had that broken that level, I might have been less likely to go in a little early and try this. But it looked like it was kind of creating here a bull flag, as you can see. And if this is a bull flag, which it is truly a bull flag, then it could go the entire distance of the pole is what, if you buy Day Trading Volume 2, the Candlestick Pattern Playbook, that pretty much calls out the accuracy of the ratings, and you should expect it to go the length of the pole. If it is, well, that's pretty long. So I don't know it'll go that high, but wow. Well, I'd say the pole probably ended there. So that would be close to a $1.50 move if it actually did that. My position's 141, so that would bring it up to 143. I highly doubt it would go that high, but we'll keep an eye here and see what it's going to do. So there's a gap here, so I'd look for it to traverse this. This is also where it stopped before, so I'm thinking turning around close to that area, guys, to 142.13. Now Charlie is chatting with everybody to let them know they don't have to watch my screen. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to reverse off of that level. Let's see what kind of strength it hits it with. Wow, that broke it. That broke it just like that. Wow. So wow, 1820. I'm going to take that off of that. Is it going to go all the way up? Oh, I should have waited. It did go the whole length, which is, I was saying, that's usually what happens. If it breaks it, it'll go the whole length. So now if it breaks that, I'm in trouble. So you'll see me go the other direction. Yeah, and it's starting to do that. Kind of. I'm looking at the market maker here, so don't get fooled by the candlesticks. Sometimes they don't reconcile exactly correctly. So, but this is either here or here might be where our channel is going to form. So if you read the book, you're looking for ceilings and floors of the channel. Wow. So this is the even dollar. It dropped below the even dollar for a second. Wow, it's hard to, I'm going to catch that. What did I get that? 96. I'm going long again on 96. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm going to reverse. So I'm back at 42 even. Wow, I'll take that. Oh, I got the same thing. Worse. Yeah, I saw it hit 81 and I missed it. I was trying to get it down here more than right there for the... See, now I'm getting hurt, but let's see. Keep the faith. We want to get it back up here. We want to see it go back up here. There it goes. Yeah, I definitely thought it was going to reverse off this. Now, this is kind of a tweezer move here. It didn't quite line up, though, to make it go down, because then I'd look for it to get down here, but it didn't really line up for that. So... So we just broke the even dollar amount. Psychological support or resistance was 142. It's hovering around the 142. It's not actually marked here, but it's kind of in the middle of that big channel. And now it really respected this 142. Whoa, 142.34. Is that just a, yeah, see, that didn't happen on price action. So let's be careful. I don't know how everybody's is reconciling, but mine's having a little trouble. Now it's going up there. Let's see if we can get to the 30. There's 32, 37. Wow, I should have grabbed it at 37. That was pretty high up there. 36. Again. Is that it? I'm going to take that. 41. I thought 36. So, 42, 42.41. I'm sorry, I'm like, what? 41, 42.41. So I'm right below this level. I banked 1,400 so far. So it's going pretty well. And I'm short now, 142.41. 142.41. I'm going to take that and reverse it again. I've got it 142.37. I got it like another $100 there. Is it going to spring up there again? No, don't do that. Okay, I'm in the wrong position. I got to get out for a lesser loss. Let's see. I'm going to just take that. Okay, so that hurt me. So the 100 I got, I lost. And I'm a little worried about that. So I've got 142.22. Yeah, I'm really glad I got out. So it's going down now. So now that is a nice tweezer move. So you could expect this to go a little further. So let's watch that. So we want to see everybody's short. I was just check. Wow. Okay, so that's already $300 trade. We are at 141.81. We're right here, but really, so we should expect to see maybe even to the fib if it gets down here. If it respects this tweezer move. Again, it's a little off, but because the wick up here, I'd be more inclined to trust this move down. Now, both the 5-minute and the 15-minute have turned red, so that's a good sign for this to continue to go down in this position here. So let's keep a close eye. I am going to call it. Give me a second. Where does this turn around? I would look at the fib for the strength of this move. That's what I would look at. But let's see. See the scalping indicator? Well, it was 93 a second ago. Now, where's our point of control? Our point of control is way down here. So now that's from 4 a.m. to right now, an average of price action, volume action per price that's happened. So this is pretty low, dragging us down. I call that the magnet. So you want to look for that, us to drag, that to drag us down. But again, let's look to see if we can get down. Okay, so it's getting down toward the fib. So somewhere around the fib is where I'm looking, depending on how hard it hits there. Boom. That was a big drop. That was a big drop. Maybe I should have grabbed it right then. It was right above the fib. Nice, nice. It broke the fib. Now it hits at the 43 level. Every one of these, I'm going to take that. That's just too much. What did I get that at? 41. I was kind of looking for that. If that starts to bounce back up, and wow, so it's still going down. I'm going to take that in reverse. Did I just make a mistake there? I'm looking for it to bounce back down to in the 30s for a second if it can. $41.36 in that area if it can get back down there. No, this is how it hit me before. I had a good position, then I tried for a better position based off the support and resistance levels. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm going to take that. 36. That's perfect. All right, so I got that perfectly done there. Well, I think. Unless it sucks down here. So, yeah, I mean, famous last words, right? Keep the confidence high, people. Oh, so the point of control is way up here now. So now it's pulling it back up. You see how that happened? So that point of control got pulled up with this price action coming across. So now we're going long toward the point of control. It's good to have this setting correct. See how the sellers dropped off too? That last one's way down here. So, sellers got weak, and that was another reason to turn around there. So far, guys, this is a good stock you picked. I like it. It seems very, very calm to trade it. And that's the one thing. It's a great RV stock. I know it rated well. It didn't get a point for 5 days across. So I think it was it a 6 or a 5? 6. All right. So this rated a 6. Whoa. Yeah, I'm just going to take that. I'm going to bank that at that point there. I'm going short off at 141. I was going off this point of controls here now. So I was going short off that and the 141.75, a $0.25 amount. I didn't get it. I got a little worse position than I wanted there, but I was going to say if it gave me a chance to get a better position, I would have got it, but it didn't give me a chance. So not all of you are. I'm going to take that. I'm going to reverse to try to get up there a little bit better. No. Okay, once again, trying to jockey for what I thought was a better position. I lost some money there. So I think I've had 3 losing trades, which is, it's not horrible, but now it goes up to where I wanted. Okay. Now it's hurting me. See, I really thought it would turn around more at the magnet, not here. I mean, it's spread. Oh my God. Seriously, people? Seriously, did I call that wrong? Wow. Okay. That's I definitely lost money on that trade because I could have made it going up, and then I could have made it going down if it goes back down. So I see price action coming in here, which is going to pull the point of control down. I'm just going to wait this move out a minute and see if it goes back down. If not, then I'll flip around. But since the point of control is right here, it doesn't have too far. It kind of showed me the worst case unless it blows through that. I'd like to see this action here pull this point of control down, and then it would sort of be like a springboard to push it down, or a ceiling to hit against. Oh man, definitely called this area wrong. So this is a spinning top here showing well, it's not really a trend to show what it would be. I'm just watching the volume drop a lot here, which makes things harder. Now remember, Schwab now is going to get me filled no matter what. I mean, I suppose there could come a point if I'm trading something that, 1,000 shares at something that has 1,000 volume, and there's a bunch of other people, they'll go like, we're not going to fill that. That's normally not how we trade, but half of you are short and half of you are long up there. This is kind of weird. It's hard to call here. Yeah, I definitely played these wrong here. This is very annoying. Oh, so here comes this is point of control across, but this is below it, so expect it to pop down, and there it goes. So it just pulled down a level there, which should kind of push this. I mean, nothing's for sure, guys. This is just, prior data that a lot of people watch, and then they make their move, their existing moves based on that. Then it becomes more like current data. So, but I lost all these moves right here that I could have scalped because I was in the wrong position. It's almost like I should have taken a hit and tried to capitalize on these, although they looked really hard to call. So here we go. You guys going short now, I hope, because it's starting to go down. So it broke these levels that had kind of given it support on the 1 minute, but it's nowhere near where the 5 minute or 15 minute were low points. So there's a big gap. It should suck it down unless the VWAP holds it up here. This is the volume weighted average right here. It goes right through it. Right through it. Nice. So you're looking for this line to turn it around, or this one, or possibly this one. Definitely at the ATR. At the ATR, if it happens to go this low, I will absolutely reverse no matter what. That is a very highly respected level. I'm going to wait it out at this point because it's probably going to go right down to it, because that's what happens. People send it, the shorters send it right down like me. I'm looking at what the market maker is going to give me. Nothing else at this point as this price action goes down. Will it make it to the ATR low or not? It's a huge question. It might turn around just before it, and I don't want to miss it, but I do believe it will turn around at the ATR. So let's keep a close eye here on that one. That's 140.84. Oh, there's 90. I'm going to take that. What did I get? I saw the 85 up here for a second. Okay, so that wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, but that's okay. It's gonna bounce off that either way, and I didn't get the perfect position, but so let's see what happens, because the only thing that says it's going to turn around is that level. So this is still strong short. Oh, it's already turned around, so that's a good trade already. So I'm long 140.90, which it says right on the chat over there. Okay, got a couple of newer people today. We're about halfway in. That's it. We're about halfway into this. I haven't really taken a lot of trades. Broke 3,000. I'd like to get it up to 5,000, but we need It's slowing down as far. I liked the stock in the beginning, and now I don't see a lot of opportunities here. But is it just me? Because it is moving a few bucks. It just seems a little jerky motions here. As you can see with these support and resistance lines, it's not really a problem, and I really watched them. And it pretty much respected this one. Look at that. It turned around right at it. I mean, it dipped down to hit this ATR. It didn't look like it quite made it. So I didn't get too bad a position considering it never actually made it. It kind of stopped at 88, so I'm only 2 cents off. I thought I saw an 85 on the market maker here, so it needs to break this channel here because I don't like it sitting in the middle. I'd kind of like to reverse off of this. Excuse me, 141.36 would be a level I would think to try to play a channel here, but it's just, I don't know what it's doing here. Man, it's just resting right down here at the bottom. That's at 08, 05 is the bottom. Get me up here and I might try to get, it's hard to catch these little scalps here when there's no, oh, whoa. That was a typical example of why, wow, how high did that really go? I'm going to reverse right there. Why it's hovering to see if it goes back down there. See if it's going to create a little channel area here. Doesn't seem to be, does it? I'm going to turn around. I probably lost a little on that trade, but I feel like it's trying to break this. This isn't really a flat top, but it just seemed like I had a better chance going long than, yeah, I could have caught that. Look at that. Okay. Oh, well, you can't call them all, guys. This is really hard to call because there's nothing here. In fact, I think I'm going to put something there so I at least have the illusion of something here. So it stopped. The body stopped right here a couple times, so we'll make that level just in case this starts to be a little bit of a... Now, you can do that as you trade, you know. It's okay to do that on the strategy. Make that white, just so I remember what that level is. Remember, there's an episode 3 shows you how to set up your platform like this where it's very sensitive. That's a rickshaw man there that would signify something turning around, but and this is a spinning top that signifies it turning around this way. So learn your patterns. The candlestick pattern playbook, which is also day trading volume 2. Whoa, there we go. It was nice, guys. Look at that move. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that, see if it bumps down. Is it just going to go up now that I've done this? Come on. You've been going back and forth down there, and the second I take a trade, you decide you're only going to go up. Show me anything green, and I'll go back to long. Remember, you have the custom praying indicator. I'm turning around there. And now it's going to go short. That was a joke about the praying indicator. It's funny because since I started joking about that a few episodes ago, people are talking about, some of our group is talking about, we could make a praying indicator. You know, like an indicator that a hope. Like, this is what you hope will happen. So there's all these conversations about, well, what would that look like? Because that's kind of like what the scalping indicator is, right? Showing you the sentiment within inside, like the sentiment of the prayers. You know? So I don't know. Maybe we should just rename this the praying indicator. That would get a lot of attention. Probably not all good, making light of such a thing. But stock trading is not making light of something, right? This is a serious business. That's a serious business. I joke about it all the time, obviously. I think it's the only way to stay sane is to just take it a little less seriously. Not to the point where you're just doing frivolous trades, but I mean just like calm down, don't get all worked up. Look at the big picture kind of thing. So we're right at the magnet now. So that's let's see now, but there's a lot of price action. You just see all this coming across here like it's going to pull it up. If that keeps coming, then this could pop up. So let's see what it's going to do here. It pulled it up. Did you see that? Pulled it right up there. And then it kind of lost a little faith. Wow, that didn't happen. Okay, that was just a shadow move. Wow. Now it's making a hanging man there, which is a sign of a turnaround. I'm looking at the market maker. It stopped at 60. I mean, it hit 75 here a second ago. So I'd like to kind of see it if it can, I don't know how much longer I'm going to hold it at this level. Thinking about reversing. It seems to be losing steam here. That makes a hanging man, then that's a strong sign of a reversal. Oh, it stopped right there. No, it didn't. Okay. Getting ready to reverse here, guys. Trying to break over 4K, so we have a chance to get to 5K today. Yesterday, I traded a couple times and did over 14 total, which was good. That just broke up to the 75 again. 73, is it going to go higher than that, or that is it? That looks like it. That seems like a bit of a flat top. So I'm getting ready to turn around, guys. See, the scalping indicator has a 62%. Whoa, okay, 84. So almost to the next line. Now it could keep going because that's what it likes to do to me. I did manage to break 4K is what I'm trying to say. I'm just watching them. There's a couple people that are long still, so I mean most everybody is. So that did look like, I hope you're wrong and I'm right, but that did seem like that was really strong right there. So right now you're right. I don't know how much longer you'll be right now. Against the 94 would be another level you got to be careful of. I'm going to hold this until it gets, if it gets up by the 42 here, I will definitely say I made a mistake. Now we're above the magnet, right? And you have all this price action below that, like it's going to pull this down. So I'm more inclined to think now that it's going to turn around. So just never know with this stuff. You see me call them wrong a couple times already, and it just, overall, it's been okay. Yeah, I had a big long talk as we're looking into other stocks like, I'm going to get filled. We're going to get filled. Even if there's 20 of us, we're going to always get filled. Absolutely always get filled if you go through their exchange, which some people would say, well, that's not a dark pool. It's like, if you're a closed exchange outside of the exchange, I think that's the very essence of the dark pool. The difference is that you can do much lower share size because dark pools would do, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 more shares. And then that's when you get your front runners because they're trying to move the stock a certain way. And then you get the people that can't beat them, join them. Those are kind of the front runners. But the problem is if they know ahead of time then they, they can affect the price of the stock for the people that are trying to use dark pools. So it's kind of, ever since GameStop back in 2020, they opened things up for a lot more dark pools where people were trading 50 shares with dark pools like crazy. Like that's not supposed to be. So they kind of changed the law there, the SEC, if you want to call it a law, the rule, whatever. And then over time, it's been getting, worse and worse and worse. And now they just raised the exchange fees. The SEC did to from $8 per million to all the way up to $27.80 per million value in trades that you make. So if you're trading a $500 stock or a $1,000 stock like NVIDIA used to be, it can be murder, If you're doing 500 shares or something, suddenly you better be making money. You better know what you're doing, because yeah, this is just stopping right here, guys. So I'm going to hold my position unless it breaks that. So I know some of you are wondering why I don't go long. So it is building up to kind of break it, it looks like. But let's just see. The magnet's still right below it. The point of control is the official, what you call that. The ATR is still way up there. So we're on the lower end of the range. Where's the ATR? Wow, way up there. So we're playing down here in the weeds right now. And less trades is okay. Less trades is, when I started to try to do these weird scalps, that's when I got lost twice or 3 times, I think. So nice. I could probably catch some of these. I don't want to get caught in a big sweeping. I mean, I maybe try to catch one off this fib. Wow. That is very tempting. I'll take that. Don't burn me here. Don't. See, this is what happens. Oh, really? There we go. Back up. Go back up. This is what you were doing. Oh my God, I got to get out. Wow. You see, guys? This is why I don't try to kind of back where I was a second ago, but you know, if I just had stayed in here, I'd be like 4,500 or something. So that's just really annoying. So now it is definitely going down. It broke the fib. I traded off that fib and lost 100 and whatever there, plus what I would have made. So I lost a couple hundred. Now let's see, maybe at this, possibly at that VWAP has kind of been pulled up. Magnet's way up here now. So unless this is pulled down, this is going to want to be pulled up. So that's what I thought about on the fib too. It's like, oh, it's going to pull it back up, but you can't count on any of this stuff, 100% or even like 70%. It's just one more thing to look at. You see how the volume is the volume hasn't really dropped. They've been staying over 50. That's just set kind of funny. So sellers are winning out there. They're higher up on the volume bar. I'm just annoyed by this price action. These aren't reconciling great because it's sort of a very jerky price action I'm seeing here. Very jerky. And now this is stuck. Or has it always been like that? I haven't been watching the bid. I'm watching the market maker here. So that kind of weird action can make the level 2 or some of these things not quite. Wow. Okay. So look for the $41 even. This line, I put it there because it kept stopping there, but it wasn't a very good line. So I'm looking at the 141 even to be a possible 141 even. Here's what it's going to give me. We're almost there. Wow, I'll take that. 97. So that's right above that line. Boy, did it go down fast. That's a little scary that it's not done with this business. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of opportunities. I guess if I hadn't messed up that trade, I could maybe hit the 5,000. But you can bet your booties I will be back in to trade at the power hour to get over this number. So I'm long at 140.97. We're on our last minutes here. Actually, we're over, right? Because we got in early. That's right. I forgot about that. So I will be looking to sell here. I'll play out this trade and see if we can break through this level. That's 17. Maybe go up to the 141.36. We're way over though, so I'm just going to take that. All right, guys, so I'm going to stop right there at that level. I don't know exactly what I got it at, but I was watching that level, and I know that trade was about 130 bucks barring slippage, so I think I got 100 and something dollars there. So watch it just shoot up here now. So obviously we're in a bit of a competition, so we mark it. Charlie marks everybody at the mark that I stop, or at exactly 30 minutes, but it's going to be the mark that I stop. So all right, so everybody will be judged by that. I think I'm in second place from what I'm seeing up here, which is I'm happy about out of 20. There is one person here that needs to stop showing up. Never seems to make a mistake. It's very frustrating, but the people are still winding up for the different world championships that are being done all over there was one recently in United Emirates, and there's people from all over the world that trade, and it's kind of fun to practice with others. It's not really this kind of trading. There's futures, and it's different currency, FOREX, I'm trying to say, that I don't really do, and all kinds of others. But it doesn't hurt to hone up on the fast moves, even if you don't have to do it quite like this. And then we're all very big competitors, and we like to learn from other people and what they might do, and just keep getting better and better and better. And I have improved so much in the last year and a half, just in having the confidence to have much higher share size that I ever had with scalping. I had very high share size with swings and just long-term positions, And I guess I'm not going to give you financial advice when I tell you I'm taking, I already have, and I'm adding to a very long position on NVIDIA, on a lot of shares to go long. I honestly feel, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think that's going to have any problem hitting 200 and beyond. Maybe 200 before the end of the year, probably 300 before the end of the year. Again, my opinion only. Be careful. Speak to other people with licenses. But from what I've seen, catastrophic, I don't know if the election's going to be considered catastrophic, or, what might, I would certainly keep an eye on it around the election. But it shouldn't really affect that company, in my opinion. And I just think that it's just going to the moon. And now that Apple, seems to be going up as well. And I just, all the big, I guess they're replacing them. I don't know. Is Tesla still considered one of the big seven? I don't know. But Apple, all the last 3 months, has just been slowly sliding up, higher into the 200 range. And I just think that, putting your money in these stocks right now that just have so much cash reserve. Even GameStop maybe, because that's crazy stuff going on there. And I would not do that, but something to look at. And I know a lot of these guys are going to be doing that. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this was educational as far as this style of trading. The RV strategy is amazing. Remember, we have videos on how to build this layout from scratch. Lots of videos that give this layout to you for free, as well as all the custom scripts. There's at least 10 of them. Videos on how to speed up your platform. Videos on how to check to see which way the market's going to go every day. Videos on how to set up scanners so that you don't have to go pay for a monthly service. Thinkorswim has all that stuff. And probably a lot of other platforms do too. And the problem is the education about how to set them up, because they're $100 million platforms. These platforms, they have like the smartest minds in the country putting together these in creating, the same people that create the algorithms that we're trying to trade against. These people do these platforms, and they know what kind of scanners you want. So the tools are here. Most people, including myself for a long time, were just too ignorant to understand how to do it. So I thought I had to buy a service, and I used to pay for a service until I found out, with the help of tech support, what Thinkorswim had to offer, and I just didn't know where to push, the right things to push. And that's one of the things that's of good value on this platform. And I would watch the videos about the scanners that we have out on this channel, as well as just watching the trading archives to see, what's possible if you get it right when you're trading. What is possible? So, and if you read Mark Douglas's book, maybe it can help give you the confidence to trust yourself once you've started to get green in a sim, and slowly build up your thing. So we are a teaching channel, through entertainment, trying to help you make $100 a day, $200 a day, $500 a day, maybe not $4,000 a day. This is starting to get to extreme levels, but it is possible to work it up that way. So you can see this point. This is going to turn this around. I see this is going down, but it looks like it's going to turn around just from watching this, unless this pulls, because this price is coming in. So this could pull this right down, which is like pushes the price action down. I like to look at it like it's alive, and then, I dream candlesticks. There's a full disclosure. I have dreams. The candlesticks are in my dreams doing stuff. I think candlesticks probably are having conversations in my dreams. I can't remember that specifically, but I look at charts a lot of the day, and then before you know it, it's just there. And every once in a while, I'll wake up with this fantastic idea that has come to me from the candlestick mystery. Okay. Now that's probably enough to make you tune out of this channel forever. I will talk to you guys soon. Remember to stay inquisitive, stay green. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up. Lots to do here, lots to see. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.